just got me thinking about my drugging and my drinking, how it's made me who I am. I think I turned out a pretty good.
Hey guys, this is Chauncey from Good Music to Know, and today I'm joined by Ben Guidry, a Louisiana-born songwriter, multidisciplinary creative, and lifelong country music devotee who spent decades around the craft before releasing his debut single, Pretty Good Man. Many people know Ben from his sharp, funny, music-infused video work online, but behind that is a long road through Nashville, years of playing, writing, producing, creating, starting over more than once to make a record that feels true to him, and we are so excited to have him here today. So welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, of course. So I know I read online, well, I've actually seen it in your reels that you spent nearly 45 years afraid to release your own music. What finally shifted? Was it a moment? Was it a realization, or just reaching a breaking point with waiting?
Well, it all started with COVID in 2020, and no musicians had any gigs. We didn't have any work, so everybody was at home and kind of trying to decide what they were going to do for the year. And a lot of my friends decided they wanted to start writing songs, and a lot of my friends decided they wanted to start learning how to mix songs. And one of those friends asked me to record one of my songs. And I had never really shared my songs with anybody. I just wrote because if there was something going on in my life that needed to be dealt with, I wrote a song about it. And then it was kind of just for me. He kind of got the whole ball rolling. And then it was like a 5-year journey of making this record. I was making it with some people. I had help, and it was taking forever. And then back in October, I just decided that I had enough, and I self-released it. And it's doing pretty good, I think. Pretty good, man.
Yeah, well, it's a good song. It should do well.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
And I know a lot of people first maybe found you through your funny, high-energy social videos. So what was it like introducing your music to that same audience?
It's been awesome. I never thought that I would be, obviously I've been a musician, a professional musician for 25 years. I never thought that the path to getting people to listen to my songs would be through dancing on TikTok and Instagram, but it's turning out that way. And it's all kind of connected with music. I have a neighbor who's a professional drummer here in Nashville. He practices a lot. We might hear him today at some point. And I always just kind of was out in the backyard dancing around, and one day just hit record on the phone and posted it. And yeah, it kind of took off. People really connected with, I think, just like the being nice to your neighbor, making lemons out of lemonade sort of deal. From there, they go and they dig further into my profile and they find the music. It's been kind of wild to watch the growth of the music, also with the growth of my social media followers. Yeah. Middle of December, I had 2,200 monthly listeners on Spotify. And that's kind of where, December 9th is where I had a really big viral dancing video. And then today, I just checked my Spotify numbers and we're at 10,500 monthly listeners. So it's definitely translating into people finding the music. So I don't know, dance on, I guess. I'll just keep on dancing. Dancing is kind of what I've always done in Nashville anyway. I was a bass player for hire for 20 years. And, I was in the back of the stage, but I just kind of bopped around. Yeah, that's how I keep time. I've never been one to really tap my foot in time. I just kind of move my whole body. So it kind of makes sense. I think it sort of makes sense.
And this song carries kind of a strong country foundation. I know you've mentioned that you're a fan of country on your profile, on your Instagram. So what draws you the most to that genre and sound? Is it the storytelling, the melodies, the emotion?
Yeah, I think it's the storytelling for me, the lyrics, what the lyrics mean. I think the music has a lot to do with it too. I love steel guitar. There's steel guitar on every single song on my record. There's 11 songs on the record, and actually one song has 2 steel guitars on it. There's 2 guys playing steel guitar at the same time. But yeah, I think it's just the storytelling of country music, the craft of songwriting. I like being able to say something meaningful as simply as possible. And I think country music really does that really well, especially 80s, 70s, those eras of country music, and before 90s, obviously. But it's the storytelling, it's the connecting, it's making a song feel like you're in it. Anybody could put themselves in most of these country songs,
Yeah.
I think that's what I like about it most.
If Pretty Good Man is a snapshot of who you are right now, is there anything you'd want listeners to understand about you through that song?
Just that it's been a long road. I've gone through, I don't know how many different people I've been, especially from 18 to I'm now 46. There's always a second chance. and there's always an opportunity to do better. And you just got to kind of keep going through it and learning. And that's kind of what my life has been. It's just like a constant learning process. And I feel like it's finally at this point, it took 46 years and it's finally all kind of coming together. I think. Fingers crossed. And if it's not or if it doesn't, then we'll just pick up and do it again.
Yeah. I have to say, I was disappointed when I went on Spotify, because I don't know. I know you're only posting about this one song, but for some reason I expect there to be more.
Well,
no, one.
Yeah, well, there's a new one coming out.
Yes, yeah.
At the end of the month on February 27th. It's actually the song. It's called Time Machine, and it's actually the song that my buddy Scott and I recorded that kind of got this whole ball rolling, that turned into, then another guy heard Time Machine and decided he wanted to help me make a record, which then took 5 years. But yeah, February 27th, there's a Time Machine. So there'll be 2 up. So
amazing.
Yeah.
And I know you said that you love visual art as much as making music. So just curious, do visuals ever shape how you write or imagine a song?
I don't think so. Can I move the camera around? Is that going to mess up your video?
No, it's fine.
Like, this is my music room, kind of creative room.
So fun.
And like, I've made pretty much all this stuff.
Is that a cello from the ceiling?
It is.
Amazing.
Where's that? It's actually an upright bass.
Oh, okay.
The neck broke off because hashtag I have kids. So now it's an art piece, which is really cool. So I'm definitely like, that is one huge outlet for me. But writing songs, I don't really know how I write songs. I don't want to sound weird, but I don't think I write them.
Yeah.
It's just like, I haven't written a whole lot of songs in my life. I've written less than 100 songs. It's somewhere between 80 and 100 songs my entire life. And so I just write. I only write. I don't do the Nashville thing. You know, Nashville's world famous for they crank out the songs and people that's their job. And I sort of wish I could do that I had that capability where you just go meet 3 other guys and you write together and you finish a song in 3 hours. But I don't write like that. I've always just written by myself. I just kind of always just sit down and start playing and mumbling, and then a line comes out and I go, what does that mean? And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I write a chorus and I still don't know what it means. But yeah, I think they're separate, just because, I really don't know where sometimes I'll write stuff and I'll be like, there's no way I could have come up with that. And I don't know what it is, if it's some kind of universe or divine, or I don't know. There's theories about it. People think that, it's past life stuff, or that you dreamt it and it's somewhere way back in your, whatever that's called, brain.
I think a lot of artists have that feeling, because when I have other interviews, sometimes I'll ask them what the lyrics mean or the chorus means, and they're like, They're like, I was in the flow state when I was writing it.
Yeah.
What this means. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there are definitely times where I get done writing a song and I'm like, I don't really know what that is about. But it's personal. It's deeply personal. But I don't know. It's weird. Songwriting, I love it. It's fun. It's an adventure.
Yeah. I know you've hinted that I think the debut album's on its way, right?
I don't know when the whole thing's going to come out. So my plan right now, I'm kind of driving this boat by myself, and I've never really done any of this. So I'm just kind of looking online at what other people are doing and that sort of thing. And it seems like people are releasing one song every 6 to 8 weeks. And so that's what I'm going to do. I don't know how many songs I'm going to release before the whole record comes out. At least 3 or 4 more I can think of. But yeah, then the whole record will probably come out sometime in the fall, maybe, or winter. It's going to be called 40 Odd Years. It took forever to make the record. And so I've been writing this short story called 4 Odd Years, which is the 4 years. It ended up being 5 years, but 4 and 40 sound so much better together.
Yeah.
So... at some point in the fall or winter, the whole record will come out. It's really good. I know everybody that makes a record says that, but we used really seasoned musicians. Like a guy named Russ Paul played steel guitar on it, and he literally played on Roy Orbison records. Everything from Roy Orbison to Luke Bryan, Tyler Childers, and everything in between. And then a guy named Pat Lyons played guitar. Anything that had strings on it, he played on it. And he produces Coulter Wall. Like we used heavy duty guys. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of it.
And would you say all the songs in the album are connected by a theme, or are they more like chapters from different seasons of your life?
Well, so the record, it there's like 20 years of songwriting almost, But it also has a pretty, they're all connected. It's a story that kind of goes together. And it's all about life and life beating you down and getting back up and missing out on things and trying to make things right.
Yeah.
It's all connected. And it's, every song sounds kind of, it's in that pocket of what Pretty Good Man sounds like. I don't know that we have any electric guitar, really, so to speak, on the record, maybe on one song.
Yeah.
It's all pretty acoustic driven and vibey.
And a bit of a fun question. What are your top 3 greatest country songs of all time? And
Holy moly. And why? Okay, so Old Habits by Hank Jr., just because it's short and sweet. It's like 2 verses, I think, maybe, and 1 chorus or something. And he's just, he's basically saying, I got off cigarettes and hard drugs and liquor and all this stuff. That was easy, but I can't get over this woman. Like, I can't do it. And it's like, there's no fluff. He just gets straight to the point. So that's one. What would the second one be? That's a hard question because there's so many of them. I want to think about it. It's a little harder. Okay. All right. I want to go Hank Jr. again, though, with the Blues Man. And again, it's like a song about a woman, which I guess most of them are about women and trucks and dogs. Dang it. Turns out that's true. But it's about how he wouldn't even be writing the song if it wouldn't have been her love that pulled him out of the ditch.
Oh.
And it's just like, yeah, and it's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to get too musical about it because I'm not a theory guy. I don't care what the music is behind it. Or I do, but I don't care like if it's complicated. He plays like this, the chord progression is sort of not your typical country song.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. And then number 3, I'm just going to, if this is okay with the judges, I'm just going to go any 90s Brooks and Dunn song. Because they're all so good. And I couldn't even begin to pick one that's like my favorite. But I really love 90s country. It was fun sounding. It started to have like a little more production. And the songs, they still meant something. They still said something. So if that's okay with the judges, I'm going to go all 90s Brooks and Dunn songs.
That's a safe answer. Yeah, that's a good answer.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And when someone hears your music for the first time, what do you hope they recognize in it? Your story or something of their own? Or
I hope it connects with them first. I hope that they hear something and go, man, yeah, felt like that, or that happened to me. Yeah, I hope they connect. It doesn't matter to it does. I want them to also be like, oh, dang, that dude had a hard time too. But first and foremost, yeah, I think it's more important in the best songs are those songs that people just put themselves into. That's why I love country music, because I can go, shoot, yeah, when that girl left or we got into an argument, that hurt real bad, Hank. Let's go have a beer about it. I haven't had a drink in 6 years, but I'd go have one with Hank, I guess.
Yeah, you're right there with him in the song.
Yeah, exactly.
And so what's next on the agenda? What else do you have planned for 2026? Sorry, oh my God, I almost said 2027. My goodness.
2027, I'm playing the Super Bowl.
Oh!
I'm taking home more Grammys than I can hold in my hands. But 2026, we have to work to get in there. So I have my first show of the year on this Thursday, the 12th, February 12th. And so I'm just going to start trying to play more shows and start trying to get the music out there more, release more songs. February 27th is Time Machine. And then 6 weeks later will be, I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I got to throw a dart at the wall and see. But yeah, I'm going to keep dancing out with the neighbor in the backyard and focusing on my socials and building. I'm starting to call everybody my neighbor, and we're building the neighborhood. So I'm going to build my neighborhood up bigger and keep promoting the music. I'm about to really start. We're almost 2 weeks away from Time Machine coming out. So the socials are going to kind of shift to promoting that a little bit. I've got some pretty good ideas of things I want to do. Like I want to expect a lot of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure videos. Because I have a fog machine and a telephone booth, so it's gonna get
what? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. You want to see the telephone booth?
A telephone booth, bro.
Yeah, hold on. It was actually, I grew up with it in our house.
What? Oh, that's awesome.
It was my brother's 13th birthday present, and we got it out of a junkyard in Ashdown, Arkansas. And
Wow.
it's just been at the house forever. And my mom brought it up this Christmas so that my kids can have a place to talk to their friends in the phone booth like we did when I was growing up.
They'll keep it through for generations and generations to
Oh,
come.
yeah.
With-
I don't think they have no idea what it is. Like, what is that? I'm like, it's a phone booth. And they're like, what?
This is a little bit off topic, but I was just wondering, are you also going to release the song that you had on Instagram? I think it was titled like "When You Don't Have Enough Money to Last You Till the End of the Month." Are you also going to? Because it's such a good song. I was listening to it over and over again today. I loved it.
That's Time Machine.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's Time Machine. It's coming. Yeah.
Okay.
It's coming.
I was listening over and over again. I was like, oh, I hope he releases this on Spotify.
So if you go to my YouTube page,
Yeah.
which is also at Bonafide Ben Guidry, I just put up yesterday that the whole song is up there. That whole video, the whole song of that is up because I just did a Tiny Desk submission to
Yeah,
try to
cool.
get on the Tiny Desk concert thing in 2026. So yeah, if you want to check out the whole song, it's me acoustically playing it and singing it, but it's on YouTube right now if you want to check it
Oh,
out.
amazing. Amazing. Cool. I think those are the main questions I had for you, but are there any final words that you want to leave your fans and the listeners with?
Thanks for listening to the music and watching all my shenanigans online. And I hope to really get out and play a lot of shows this year and like get to meet a whole lot of people. And that's the number one thing is just spreading the word of just being good to people. Be most excellent to everybody, you know? Just that's what I want to do this year. Is get out and play shows, but also hopefully be part of people just being good to each other.
Build a time machine, 'cause the